Alright, hey guys, and welcome back. I am back with another little quickie video, and I am taking a look at some new Dollar Tree Hasbro Transformers minifigures that I just saw in my local store over the past week. Now, you guys probably remember I did another video on these when they came in, like, they were almost blind bags, but not really. They were like those little plastic sealed bags, and they were maybe a third smaller than these. So these are a little bit larger, and there's also a series of really nice bag clips that are in Dollar Tree stores too, but I am missing one out of that series, so I'll take a look at them a little bit later on. So let's take a look at this series of 5 Hasbro Transformers minifigures. So first, let's take a look at Optimus Prime here, and let's take a look at the packaging first. And I really love this packaging. This is so vintage. I mean, the other one was cool with like the little, it had the same type of red and blue kind of design on the package, but this is really neat because they're on card, and you got the logo, and you got Optimus Prime on every one of them, the Transformers logo, the name of the figure, and they look really good the way they're displayed. And then on the back, nothing too special, but probably a little bit more than you might expect. You have some pretty decent artwork here, where you have Prime, and it looks like, I can't quite tell, it looks like Starscream in the background there. So you have like a little battle. I guess that's from the original cover art, but it's kind of blurry, kind of hard to see. And then there's the 5 figures that you can get in this series, which is Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, Megatron, Starscream, and Soundwave. So pretty neat. I think this is really well done right off the bat, and these were released in 2022, so they are new as of this year. So let's take a look first here at Optimus Prime. Let's get him opened up. Now, while I do like this Optimus Prime minifigure, and a lot of them are really well done, I think that this one is probably one of the weakest out of the group. And the reason that I say that is because the paint application is really poor on this. And overall, it looks okay. Like, the logo's nice, the head is done nice, the eyes are done nice, the colors on the legs and his feet and the hands and everything looks really good. And I think it's not bad, but if you notice that there's one thing wrong here, it's that he does not have the blue paint on his windshield. So it looks very bizarre. That just doesn't look correct. So I think overall, he's still a decent looking figure. He's very sturdy, stands up well, he's got a nice little pose going on and everything. But I just think they really dropped the ball with, I guess they rushed these to production, because I don't remember seeing any that actually had the windshield painted. I might have missed it. Maybe mine was just one that didn't get the paint, but I think that's a really big failing there. And it really, I mean, especially with Prime to drop the ball, on the leader of the Autobots with this figure, that's not off to a good start. I mean, he looks okay, but to me that just seems like when you see stuff like paint problems in either Motu Origins or newer lines and stuff like this, it's like they're just rushing them to production, and that's a shame. But anyway, still not too bad. Just wish that they hadn't have missed the coloration on his windshields. And moving right along, we'll keep right in line with the Autobots here, and let's take a look at Bumblebee. So now Bumblebee is one of the ones that I think is completely different, to where we go from one that isn't done quite so good to where Bumblebee is actually done really well here. And I'm trying to open these so I don't really destroy the packaging, so I really like the way that's done. I like how they're just look like little action figures on their cards. It's really nice. Alright, so there's Bumblebee. And he is really well done. The only thing that I noticed it's different, like with the bag clip, but still not bad at all, is that the headlights aren't painted blue. Like, there's no paint on the headlights on the bottom. But beyond that, I think he looks really good. I think the sculpt is good, the feet are good, the pose is good, the head, the nice big bright Autobots logo. Just the way that he's standing there, you know, looks really cool. Very sturdy little figure. And I think he really looks great. So this is a total difference of, you know, to where they really nailed it, in my opinion, on Bumblebee. I think he looks fantastic. That's an awesome looking little figure. And probably one of the best out of this series. And moving along from the Autobots, let's take a look at the Decepticons now. And of course, we got Megatron. And he's another one that I think has done really, really, really well. We'll take a look at him. Now, the only real complaint that I have about Megatron is that he's not this shiny, like super shiny silver chrome. He's more of like a dull kind of steel color. It's not quite as bright. And like the black on the legs is a little off-putting because there's no contrast, like with the red or the blue on the inside. But other than that, I still think that he looks really good. He's got the red eyes. I like the pose with his, you know, fusion cannon there. And some nice detail work around the midsection, you know, looking good. And overall, I still think he looks really good. But I think they could have used a different paint because I don't know. There's something about that being so super metallic. It really contrasts with the purple of the Decepticon logo. So really, really good, just not great. And then I don't know what's going on here. Like, he has a fanny pack, or like, what is this? He has pockets? Like, that's bizarre. So that's really strange. I mean, you don't notice it. But in all the times I've seen him, you know, transformed in the figure or not, I've never seen anything like that on the side. So that's kind of weird. And you got a little silver runoff on the side. So again, while these are really cool and nice figures, you can tell they're a little rushed, unfortunately. But still really good, and I still like Megatron quite a bit. And now let's take a look at one of my personal favorite Transformers here, and that is Starscream. Who doesn't love the manipulative, egomaniac, crazy nutcase that is Starscream? Let's get him out of here, we'll take a look at him. Okay, there we go. Glue is considerably tougher on this one. Alright, there we go. Wow, that really is not easy to get that open at all. I think it's because the way his arm is positioned inside the bubble. Oh my god, come on. There we go. Alright, wow. That got almost annihilated. So, there we go. There's our favorite crazy plotter, always looking to usurp Megatron's power and control. Everybody's favorite complainer, Starscream. And I think he looks good, but I think there's a couple of things that are missing. I don't understand why we have the Decepticon logo only on one wing and instead of on both. That seems like that's a missed opportunity. I like that the wings are flexible. I didn't notice that. I think the paint overall looks good, except they could have done some detail work on the fins around his face where it's supposed to be like either black or blue. I can't remember off the top of my head, but definitely supposed to have that two-tone coloration. And then you have some really weird silver coloring going on, which isn't bad, but it's kind of dull up here, and then it's bright down here, so it's really uneven. You know, I don't think that makes it bad, but it's definitely a little noticeable. You can see that he's a little shinier at the bottom, and then in some spots a little more dull. And I'm not sure if the Decepticon logo is supposed to be upside down. I gotta take a look at my original and see if that's the way that's supposed to be. I think it might be, because when you would flip it back, yeah, it would be in the right orientation, but it does look a little off-putting when you're just kind of looking at it. But overall, I think Starscream is still, again, done really well. I think he looks really nice. Good pose, you know, with his null ray there. And very nice. I think that's done really well. And I think these are cool because even though you have mainly the same ones from the other series, these are just a little bit bigger, and I don't know, just there's something about that. Just that little bit of extra height and size makes them really nice, you know. Even though they're not really $1 anymore since they're $1.25, but you know, they're still really cool little minifigures. So now let's take a look at, of course, another one of my personal favorites. And this is Soundwave. I don't know why these last two are giving me trouble. All the other ones came open just fine. Ah, there we go. Alright. And now Soundwave, I definitely think he was done really, really well, but I guess there's not really too much to mess up on him because there's not much in the way of coloration. But I really like his pose. He's got of course, the Decepticon logo, and he has his one hand up here where he's hitting the eject button, getting ready to like eject Rumble or Ravage or Laserbeak, and he has his little laser blaster there. You don't see on a lot of these little minifigures, which is nice. He has his Sonic Disruptor mounted on his shoulder, and you know, you got the play buttons and all this different rewind and fast forward on the front. And, you know, the legs, the battery pack on the back, which is, most people don't know, that's what that little Sonic Disruptor doubles as his batteries. They actually go in there when he transforms. And I think done really, really nice. Not a lot as far as details going on with his figure, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that he's really done well, except maybe for the brim of like the face, because that seems odd. I mean, I know I've seen versions of Soundwave like that, but they're usually more modern, where they give him that brim on the forehead. It's usually more recessed, so that looks a little odd, but not bad. I definitely think he's one of the best out of the whole series, especially with that pose. You know, like he's getting ready to eject a cassette or something like that. So that's really cool. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this little mini review of these new Dollar Tree Hasbro Transformers minifigures. I say if you're into Transformers, you know, even with some of the weird paint variations, especially with Optimus Prime, I can forgive everything else. I can forgive Starscream, this and that. But, I mean, you know, right on the front of the packaging, you know, I mean, come on, how do you, unless mine was just, like I said, a one-off, but I don't think it was. Most of them were like that. I don't know how you miss a huge, huge detail like that. But still, they're so cheap, I would totally recommend them. And if you see the bag clips, they're much higher quality, and they're probably twice the size of these. And they look really, really good. Not that these are bad. So, you know, if you're a big Transformers fan, you're in your local Dollar Tree and you see them, my recommendation, pick them up. I still think they're neat. I still think they would look good on a shelf. They display well, and they're a nice little collectible. So anyway, guys, that's going to do it for this week, and I will see you back here next time. Take care.
Hey guys, if you liked the video that you just watched, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below, and you can follow me at Facebook at King of Retro or Twitter at #8ByteBrian. See you next time.